Hello, welcome to our new channel, My Take. In this channel, we talk about you, but my take. In this channel, we talk about the current news, my take. We talk about what is happening around the world, my take. We talk about coronavirus, my take. We talk about the economy, my take. We talk about GDP, gross domestic product, real GDP, nominal GDP, my take. We talk about the foreign exchange rates, balance of trade, balance of payments, my take. We talk about your family, my take. We talk about everything but my take. This is the first video. I'm SM Hussain here. Today, when I got up early in the morning, it shocked me. The coronavirus again showing its spikes, tentacles. India is affected with the second wave. Of course, we have been experiencing it from Feb. But today was a shocking news because the case load was 1 lakh cases yesterday. That shook the whole world. Mind it, after the United States, only India has a dubious distinction of achieving this feat of infecting 1 lakh people in a day. That's quite dangerous. So that made me to think, why not we start a new channel, My Take. Of course, I do have other educational channels, but this is different from them. There we talk to students, there we talk to educationers, there we talk to education system. We talk about universities, we talk about Central Board of Secondary Education and other state boards. But in this channel, we talk about what is happening around you, my take. So let's talk about coronavirus second wave in India. Indians have become so complacent. Mind it, in this video, I'm not going to talk about the data available. How many cases have come in Maharashtra? How many cases have come in Punjab? How many cases are in Chhattisgarh? How many cases Karnataka is affecting with? This data and the graphs, you see it every day. We got sick of watching them. When you open a newspaper, half of the newspaper comprises the data on coronavirus, the graphs. So they keep on telling you the graph is spike is increasing. In 2 days it doubled up, in 3 days, in 1 week the cases have gone up, and the death rate, mortality rate, and how many people are affected and how many people have been hospitalized. I'm not giving you the data or the graphs. Those are graphics, you are used to that. When you open any news channel, so it has full of data. I'm not discussing about it. Here we're discussing it here. In this video, we're not talking about data. Then what do we talk about? Here we talk about, let's remind you, who is responsible, right? For the second wave in India. So Indians as a whole, we have forgotten March 2020, when the Prime Minister imposed the lockdown, when he announced the lockdown for 2 months. That's a complete lockdown. Why he was forced to do that? It's not because to control the freedom of people, to control the economy. The only thing was, that time in India we had no PPE kits, we had no hospital beds, and we were not prepared for coronavirus. It was something new for India and new for the entire world. And during those 2 months, the government has made all the arrangements. They opened new hospitals and they got many beds. They made the infrastructure that really helped. But now in the second wave, the governments are very hesitant. There are so many cases in Maharashtra, in Punjab, in Chhattisgarh, in Karnataka. Well, somewhat like 10 to 15 states are really in the grip of coronavirus, to some extent including the capital city, Delhi. But the governments are very hesitant to lock down. Why they are hesitant to lock down? Because there are many reasons behind it. The first reason is, the poor people will suffer, the economy will suffer, the whole thing suffer, but that won't help the government to eradicate coronavirus. Okay, let's see what happened in 2020. We have forgotten. Have you forgotten the migrants going from cities to villages, walking down 2,000 kilometers, all the way from Chennai, all the way from Hyderabad, Mumbai to their states, in Bihar, in West Bengal, in Chhattisgarh, in Uttar Pradesh? Have you forgotten the small child who was playing with his mother's dead body on the platform? Have you forgotten the small child who cycled her father, who was critically ill on her cycle, all the way from the capital city Delhi to Bihar? Have you forgotten the laborers who were crushed under the wheels of a train when they were taking shelter on the railway tracks, thinking there was a lockdown, there was no movement of trains, but unfortunately that was a goods train. So I want to remind you, we have become so complacent. Our minds, our memory is so short, we forgot all the difficulties, all the sufferings we faced just a few months back. And once again, we invited the scourge of coronavirus. That's very dangerous. The people really suffered, especially the poor people, especially the migrant laborers. Why? Because now, the present situation, who is responsible for the second wave in India? The government is not responsible. Many people put the blame on the Prime Minister Modi. He is not responsible. Then who is responsible? You are responsible. Why you are responsible? There is so much complacency among the people. So much carelessness. People started believing Corona has gone. You see in the markets, there's a gossip. People talk about Corona. The Corona is no more there. India controlled Corona sometime in September. The case load has really come down. I'm not going into statistics. It was less than 10,000 in the country. Believe me or not, in Delhi, daily case load was less than 100. There was a time the cases have come down to 50. That was amazing. Mind it, the World Health Organization had a great praise for India, great appreciation. India, with 1.3 billion population, could control coronavirus. That was a big thing. When the other part of the world was suffering with second wave, third wave, fourth wave. When the cases have come down in September, October, still we could see there were lockdowns in Germany, there was lockdown in France, in Italy, in Spain. Even the United States had to face the corona. They could never control. The case load was very high even in the United States, so-called developed countries. When the other developed countries couldn't control, India could manage to control the virus. But no one knows the secret, how they controlled it. Now once again we invited it. Who are responsible? People have become so lazy. The reasons behind is, number one, people stopped wearing masks. Number two, they stopped having social distancing. Number three, they stopped washing. It was a thing of the past. Imagine during the lockdown, though you were confined to your home, confined to your bedroom, but people used to wash their hands quite often. But now, after the lockdown was lifted, because of economic reasons, people stopped washing their hands. Even the sale of sanitizers have really declined. And people started believing end of corona. Corona has gone from India. And viciously, it's coming back. So, we are responsible. And in many of the states, they have even opened the schools and colleges. And the students were allowed free play in the schools. And the markets were open, and there was no one to control the behavior. And some of the people have believed corona was some evil spirit. It has gone from India. That's very dangerous. That's very dangerous. And mind it, I want to remind here, corona is like any other flu, any other infection. It's not going to go away. It's not going to go away. You have to live with corona. It's always be with you. It's a part and parcel of you, part and parcel of your surroundings. So you remember in winters we all get flu, we take flu shots, we all get cold. It's somewhat like this. Maybe its intensity will come down over a period of time. And after the corona cases really came down, we launched 2 vaccines in India, Covishield and Covaxin. That's very, very good actually. Many people responded to that. But there was a controversy over this. Some people started believing they are not going to solve the problem of corona. They're not going to eradicate corona. They were, we call it as a hesitancy. We call it as hesitancy, Covaxin or Covishield. People started believing Covishield is better than Covaxin, and they have made, some of the people went to the extent of, it's so funny, thinking that the vaccines are going to decrease your potency. That's a very funny logic. They have so many myths. Some of the religions, they don't believe in having vaccines, and people have spread a wrong notion. So that's also one of the reasons. When the government has made all efforts to provide you, so people are not believing. After they saw the surge in second wave, they started going in for vaccines. So now what should be done to control coronavirus, to control this, eradicate coronavirus once for all from the country? Very simple. There's no permanent solution for it. The only thing is you change your behavior. You adopt all COVID appropriate SOPs, standard operating procedures. Wearing masks, washing your hands, maintaining hygiene, and having social distance. Let's close the schools for some more time. Let's close the colleges for some more time. Let's close some of the markets where you have many infections. So automatically we'll be in a position to control it. And instead of lockdown, that's not going to solve the solution now, because we got enough hospitals, we have enough beds, we have infrastructure. So the best way to control is, number one, the government should make all efforts to provide vaccine to all the people, so that we have herd immunity, so that we can eradicate corona once for all. Like the way we eradicated smallpox, we eradicated chickenpox, we eradicated other diseases from India. So the government should give permission to other vaccines. Maybe Sputnik you have, maybe other vaccines from the world. And they should provide. And next one is, instead of having a control over it, like a licensed Raj, the government should open it up to the private sector, so that people can easily have it from any clinic, from any hospital. So that is, the government should make an effort to provide vaccines to all the citizens of the country. So that's the best solution. Lockdown is definitely not a solution to control coronavirus. And then number two, standard. See, the government should publicize, the government should make efforts, because the people still have the wrong myth, the wrong notions about coronavirus. It's wrong notion. They think it's gone from India. No, that's it. So this is all depends upon the governments. They can close schools for some more time, colleges for some more time, and once, if you get a control over it, we can come back to this. That's all we have time for this video. Till we meet next time, it's goodbye from SM Hussain. Goodbye, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and watch all our videos. Best of luck. Thank you very much. Be safe. Bye-bye.